Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Juanita Hearn at the Marion County Extension Office. And today, we're going to eat healthy, right, which we're trying to do every month. We come and visit with Juanita and get some great recipes. And this time, it's a southwestern tilapia.
Right.
So we're going to have fish. We're
going to have fish today. I don't think we've ever done a fish, Gary.
Yeah, this will be great.
Do you like fish?
I do.
Oh, I do too. Fish is great. And of course, right now, we're still in Lent. You know, I don't know when people see this, but we're still in Lent right now. But it doesn't matter. I can eat fish any time of the year. I love it. I love fish.
And it's healthy.
It is. It's healthy.
It's a good option.
A lot of times, though, we can make it unhealthy a little bit, too. We're frying. But you see, Gary, we're going to actually fry our tilapia today.
Okay.
You know. Okay. So would you like to hear what's going to go in this?
I would love to.
All right. We're going to use, you know, we were talking about fat a few minutes ago, Gary, right? Well, we're going to cook it in some olive oil. You only need 2 tablespoons of our olive oil. And this is a little different. We're going to use a tablespoon of packed brown sugar. You ever had brown sugar in your...
On the fish? I don't know.
Well, I know. You're looking at me.
We're
going to use 2 teaspoons of chili powders. We're going to use a half a teaspoon of lemon zest. We're going to use a half a teaspoon of onion powder. We're going to use a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And then this will take about 4 fillets of our tilapia. Okay. And what we're aiming to do, that is our ingredients. Now, I know whenever I said that brown sugar, I seen that look on your face. You hadn't seen that before, right?
Well, it's giving some sweet with the...
It is, and I did try this. I have tried this. I'm not just trying it on you today. I have prepared this with a group of ladies, and whenever we were talking about it, and they said, brown sugar and chili. Yuck. You know, they didn't think they would like it. And they did. Oh, they ate it. They told me they did. It was something very different. So that's where we're getting that southwest. We're getting that south. You know, they like things sweet. Western, you know, we're going to get that little chili powders in there, a little spice. But what we're going to do, we're going to preheat our skillet, and we're going to add our oil to it to let it heat. And then while it is heating somewhat, we don't want to get it too hot, but in our, it says in a small bowl, we're going to mix together our brown sugar, our chili, our lemon zest, and our onion powder and salt. So instead of using, a lot of times we think of rolling it in cornmeal, right? Well, this is what we're going to roll it in. So it's a little different. Yeah. And then it's like a rub. You know, it's more of a rub. You know, a lot of times people will put rubs on beef and pork. So this is a rub for fish today that we're going to use. And then we're going to just put the rub seasoning on our fish, and then we're just going to cook it in our skillet. So, and that's, you know, it has to cook about 4 minutes on each side. So then it's very fast. It's something quick.
Absolutely.
So what we're going to do...
Quick and easy.
Quick and easy, that's right.
That's a good thing.
And with this, it is a very good menu item that you could go with this. You could use some rye bread, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a sandwich today. We're going to use rye bread. Rye bread complements fish very well. And another healthy thing. Or you could do a serving of brown rice. You could do some pineapple salsa with it. So we're really getting a little different. Or you could just do some steamed broccoli with it. So with this, there's several options that we can use today.
Absolutely.
So first of all, we're going to get started this morning.
Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it this morning, Gary. We're going to, first of all, got to put my recipe up here where I keep an eye on it. First of all, I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of my olive oil. And I'm going to put this right here. Okay.
And olive oil is a healthier
It is supposed to be a healthier fat. But again, you know, we've talked about this different times. Fat is fat. Yeah. You know, it is fat.
Much of it's not good.
But we can find out that this is a little bit better for us maybe than the lard or the, you know, some of the other oils that we use. But it is. So we're going to turn this up just on very low heat.
Okay.
I'm just going to turn it on warm. And just let this
get the oil
all the way around it. And we don't want it to get too hot.
Okay.
Sometimes we get to talking, you know, we don't want to burn up anything, Gary. So in our
smoke, now we'll have an issue.
Instead of small bowl, but I'm using this. It's almost like a pie plate, you know,
right, yeah.
where it's shallow, where we can roll it in a little easier. So in this, we're going to do a tablespoon of brown sugar, and I packed it down. You can see, and I'm just going to put it. Just going to mix it all the way around right here. And then I am going to add 2 teaspoons of chili powders.
Okay.
And I've got my little handy dandy measuring spoon that it has all four of them.
Yeah, it's a tablespoon of the brown sugar and a teaspoon of the
Yes, and you know what? Did you see I almost put a half a teaspoon, not a teaspoon. So you know, sometimes you get to talking. So I'm going to put.
Okay.
We've got 2 teaspoons of our chili powders.
Okay.
We're going to use about a half a teaspoon of lemon zest. But before we put our lemon zest, we're going to go ahead and put our onion powder in.
Okay.
And we're going to need a half a teaspoon of that. So I am going to turn this over. And I'm going to put a half a teaspoon.
Now, onion powder is better than onion salt, just because we're adding additional salt this way.
And you notice we're not really using but about a fourth of a teaspoon of salt in this. Oops! I tell you what, Gary, I'm going to turn this.
It's talking to us.
It's talking to us. Well, we better be careful there. It got faster than I did. So we're going to go ahead and put a fourth of a teaspoon of salt in it. Okay. And I've turned this around.
Yeah, so we do have the salt. We have the onion powder. Okay.
And we've got our brown sugar. We've got our chili powders. We've got our onion powder and our salt. So all we're needing is our lemon zest, okay? And I'm just going to
mix it around a little bit.
Just mix it a little bit before I put in my lemon zest.
Okay, it's giving us a little color, the red and the browns there. That's nice.
The red and the brown. I thought the lemon sometimes, even you're zesting, it gets a little of that lemon juice in there. So we want to make sure.
Mix it up a little bit too. Because for a rub, you don't want it to be too moist.
No, you want it to be dry. Yeah. You always want it to be dry. So we're going to take our lemon and we're going to zest it. Okay. And it says about a half a teaspoon. Well, I've washed my lemon thoroughly. I always do that. And we're just going to take a lemon.
And when we're saying zest, it's actually just the
peeling.
Yeah.
The peeling on it. You can see.
It says how much of the lemon zest?
About a half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Okay.
So you know it doesn't take much. That lemon smells so good. So we've probably got. If you've got a lemon, you can see how much I have zested on that. So that's probably about a half a teaspoon.
Yeah, that's approximate.
Yes.
And again, that's just the outside of the lemon that we're putting in there, but you make sure you get it all in there.
Yeah, we want it all in there. You can smell that lemon, can't we?
Yes, you can.
We can smell that lemon.
Gives it some of that citrus.
Yes.
Going on there.
And I'm going to mix it up again.
Okay.
And I have taken my fish, my tilapia, this morning, and I have washed it thoroughly. And I have washed it, and then I patted it dry. Yeah, I think I was doing that a few minutes ago before we got on the air. And the reason I did that, we do not want the liquid in our rub, because you was talking about how it needs to stay. So I have got my pieces of tilapia.
Okay.
And this is fresh tilapia. You can get frozen, but this was fresh. And then we're just going to take it and we're just going to make a little rub.
Okay.
Gary, if you want to, will you turn my skillet on?
Yes,
just turn it up on about medium, about 350.
350, gotcha. It's all set.
And while that is heating just a little bit more,
we're
just going to take
our fish.
Yes. Now, it looks different than, we're used to meal in our fish, right?
Yeah. But this
is going to be different. This is going to be different.
It's a healthier option, too, than the having
cornmeal. It is healthy.
Right?
That's, we all grew up with cornmeal, right?
Not as fattening, I guess, maybe
Yeah,
is
probably
the option,
not.
I guess. Or
But, we're just getting things different. We get in
Variety.
a variety, that's right.
Spice of life, as they say.
Because a lot of times we kind of get in the same rut. We cook the same thing. We just do it over and over and over. Now, Gary, if you're going to step back, and I'm just going to
drop your fish in.
Drop my fish, and I'm going to kindly
just oil.
Take a little of the oil out, and
and we had 4 of the cutlets.
Yes, we had about 4.
Yeah, and they're 12 to 16 ounce fillets.
Yes. So we have got that, and you can see how that our inside is turning.
Absolutely.
And I just have to get my hands cleaned here just a second.
Yeah, the rub can be a little messy.
It can be. It can be.
But that's what makes it fun, right?
Yes, yes. I always tell them I'm a messy cook. But it says, again, I'm just going to read the ingredients while this is cooking just a few minutes. We use 2 tablespoons of olive oil in our skillet. We use 1 tablespoon of packed brown, 2 tablespoons packed brown sugar. And when I'm saying packed, you notice that I had taken that and it was packed down in my tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon. 2 teaspoons of our chili powders. A half a teaspoon of our lemon zest. And you notice we just zested just a small amount.
Right.
And then a half a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, and then we've got like 4 little tilapia pieces. And I think, Gary, don't want to...
Yeah, because fish actually cooks rather quickly.
It does, right? Yes. Oh, we better turn it down just a tad, Gary. I was talking, and the brown sugar in it, Gary,
well,
it will make it burn. Anytime, yes, it will caramelize. There you go, it will. But people out there, you can't smell it, but it's smelling really good in here.
Yes.
In about 4 minutes on each side.
4 on each side.
Yes.
2.
And
now, Sarah,
yes, go ahead.
Is there a temperature that you would you use a thermometer?
With fish.
We talked about that before.
Well, you can, but with the fish that you can do it. But this one, it says about 4 minutes.
Okay.
Like you was talking about fish, it doesn't take fish very long to cook.
Right.
You want your fish thoroughly cooked, but we've talked before about the beef and the pork, those type of things. And chicken, they have to be cooked thoroughly. Right. But with fish, it only takes just a short time for the fish to cook.
Right. Okay. And there are certain diseases that you can get if you don't cook other meats.
Oh, you can get sick. And I don't think I would want to eat raw fish either. Do you, Gary?
Well, depends on if you're having like ceviche or something. Or sushi.
Sushi, yeah, sushi. And I think there's a process. I have never tried to do any kind of sushi, but I think a lot of the ladies tells me that they do sushi, but they cook it some way. I mean, it's not just really like I would think this raw fish.
Well, like ceviche, you can cook it in certain juices.
Yes, different ways.
Yeah.
But this is something that is easy. It's a little different variety that we're used to cooking. Most of the time, people out there, they're kind of like me. They would have taken that fish and they would have rolled it in meal. Till we got this new recipe back in the early part of the year, and I didn't try it until the last 2 or 3 months. And I've got that, and I'm really enjoying it. Yes, I am. I'm enjoying this. I'm going to give it one more little flip because we're talking about that brown sugar on it. We want it to cook.
Careful. Now, for fish, can you kind of tell too that it's cooked when it gets a certain...
It will get kind of flaky, you know?
Yeah. And we were talking too that, if tilapia is not your favorite type of fish,
right,
you could still use the rub and kind of take a little twist and use some other kind of fish that you might like, right?
And we were talking about maybe you didn't like tilapia, you might like catfish, you might like what is it? Halibut.
Halibut. I love
halibut. Yeah, you could probably do that. About any kind of fish that you had, you could do this. Now, I have never tried it on grilled salmon, but I love grilled salmon. I think I would even try it on my grilled salmon.
Yeah, the rub could work for that.
Because,
too.
you know, in the summertime, I like grilled salmon out on the grill. I don't know if you do, but I love salmon. But Gary, you can see, and I'm playing with my temperature over here, but Gary, you can kind of see my fish is beginning to be a little flaky in there.
Right.
If you can see.
Yep.
And
that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. That's exactly right. It is a good thing. Yes, I just was trying to. But
and as we said, you can actually make this into a complete meal too if you added the broccoli and some brown rice. That'd be a nice, healthy, full
rice. Instead of using the rice today, like I said, we were going to make a sandwich with it. We're going to do a sandwich. So if you were doing,
it's getting to be lunchtime. So
I know if you were doing the bread, I would probably not do the rice because you know you don't need two of your grains at the same time. The pineapple salsa or the broccoli would be wonderful. And, you know, with the pineapple salsa, I have tried some pineapple salsa, and it is really good. So, you know, that's another option that we can do.
Sweet thing, too.
It is sweet. It has that little sweet, and then it also has the onions and the tomatoes with it. So it is one of those that is very complimentary, too.
Cool.
I'm going to give this another little flip. And, Gary, you notice that we don't have much oil in our skillet.
Right.
But you know that fish has some oil in it too, though.
It's fish oil salesman.
And it's a good oil.
Yeah.
It's a good oil for us.
Yeah.
So you can see we don't want to burn it. More than likely, Gary, if I was going to do this, because I had doubled the recipe before when I tried it, and I put just a little bit more of oil in it. So I might suggest to the viewers out there they might want to add maybe a little bit of a little bit more of the olive oil.
Okay.
Yes. So you think it's going to be good, Gary?
I think it looks great.
I think it.
This is our southwestern tilapia.
Yes, I want to take that up, Gary, and can I just break that one in two? We were talking about making sure it's done. You see how flaky?
Yep.
That it is right here.
Yep.
So when it's flaky,
in there.
you can tell that it is something that would be that our fish would be done. So what we could do, we could take. I'm going to take up our other fish.
Don't want to sit it in there too long.
No, we don't. And the viewers might be able to see that we did get it a little caramelized on one side a little bit, but that's still good.
Looks good. Want to turn this off?
Yes, please. Gary is so handy today. And again, you know, you can see I'm kind of messy. This is, and then, you know, we could take us a couple of pieces of rye bread. We could complement our fish.
Yep.
We could just put it right there on our bread. And if you wanted to, you could maybe add a little things that you liked it, if you liked it. And you've got your fish right there. You've got a fish sandwich. Again, it smells pretty good, doesn't it, Gary?
It does.
It smells really good.
And that is southwestern tilapia.
Yes.
It's a healthy choices for everybody.
That's right. Healthy choices for everybody. These are our recipes that we do get from the University of Kentucky. We cannot use any recipes unless they have been tried and true through the university. And that way that we just can't make up recipes or, you know, that they have been tried and the university says it's okay, that we give these out and we can let people try our recipes.
Absolutely, and you can contact the Marion County Extension Office and get a copy of the Southwestern Tilapia recipe that we've made here today, or contact any Extension Office that can help you put that together too.
Yes, they can.
Thank you very much.
And I hope, Gary, I hope he's going to try it here in a few minutes.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
he's going to taste of it and see how good it is.
Do I take a bite?
Yeah, you can take a bite. That's yours, Gary.
I don't want to eat your lunch.
No, this is not my lunch. We're going to see if Gary thinks it's good. It may be hot, Gary.
It's very good.
He thinks it's a winner. Again, it's something that is very different.
And that bread's really good.
You like the bread?
Too.
Okay. Now, when I said the packed brown sugar, the tablespoon, can you taste how sweet do you think it is? Do you taste a little sweetness, but not overwhelming?
Right. Yeah, so it's a nice compliment too, because with the rye bread, I can taste that in there as well. So I get all the flavors in there.
Good.
Good job.
Oh, thank you, Gary.
As always.
Gary, this is wonderful. And this would be a good summertime recipe. Folks out there, you know, I've been in school a lot, and I hear the kids talk about they're ready to go fishing. This would be a good recipe for moms, grandmas, dads, or whoever. When those kids get there and catch some fish, this might be something you might want to try with them.
Absolutely. So contact the Extension office or give us a call, and we'll get you a copy of the Southwestern Tilapia.
All right.
It's been Gary White with Juanita Herring at the Marion County Extension office.